Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Nikisha with Fight for Your Future. So I wanted to come on today to kind of let everyone know what FITE stands for. It is a little play on the word fight, which is F-I-G-H-T, but in actuality, it's FITE, F-I-T-E, which stands for Financial Intelligence Through Education. So I came up on this name a few years back after, going through a number of, self-reflections, like education on, finances, credit cards, investing. And I kind of realized, okay, in order to get to where I want to be, I need to be educated on my own on money, and, just financial literacy or what have you. So, but the genesis of all of this started about when I was a teenager, probably 17, 18 years old, probably even younger than that. I got my first credit card, and it was a credit card to a gas station, a gas company called Citgo. Probably familiar with it. But we got a $200 credit card limit. And I was like, oh, well, you about to give a teenager, you giving me a $200 credit limit, and I can go out and spend. I don't have to pay it all back at the same time. I didn't have any idea on anything concerning interest rates. I didn't even know. I didn't even read any of the fine print that they, all the booklet that they send with the credit card. I didn't read that. Who cares? I had a $200 credit card. And so the thing is, what I did with that credit card, I filled up the car and we bought snacks out of the convenience store. And we would do that on occasions and just go fill up the car and buy snacks. And I mean, plenty of snacks. I'm a teenager now. Keep this in mind. Then they had the nerve to send me a Target card because I applied. I got that first one and I applied. So they sent me a Target card. They gave me another $200. So with the gas card that we filled our car with, it took us over to Target as well. And at Target, I remember distinctively ordering or purchasing Nutri-Grain bars. That was my favorite snack back then. Loved Nutri-Grain bars. So every time we go to Target, we fill up on snacks. Nutri-Grain bars, they would be in there. Fast forward to my days in college. Not realizing that, that interest rate would take a toll. Missed payments on those credit cards would take a toll. I got sent to collections. Okay. It was so embarrassing. My roommate would answer the phone because creditors were calling me. They found out where I was and was calling me in college, in my dorm. So my roommate would tell me, hey, you had this credit company calling you and what have you. So I went through those years of embarrassment. That was very embarrassing. But even in that same time, I knew I needed to take hold of this debt that I had. I knew I had made the debt. So I was like, okay, let me figure out a way to get this taken care of. So I ended up hiring a debt consolidation company where they consolidated everything, and I was able to pay them off after a time. But it wasn't until I got my first job, out of college, that I started to really educate myself. Something that we should have learned earlier, should have been a class in school, but I'm not going to go there, but it should have been a class that they taught in school. But I started to educate myself on how credit cards work, how, just the system of debt works. And I got hip. Okay, that's a word my mom would use all the time. She would say, "You better get hip on this." So I got hip and realized that credit card companies target those that do not pay on time because they're getting this interest, this free money, this interest that accumulates on the money that you borrow. It accumulates. And I was like, okay. Then I started also looking into how to leverage credit cards to get bonuses, to get, points back. So right now it got to the point where I despised the credit cards, but then I was like, okay, I need to figure out how I can leverage this. So I educated myself even further. I started to realize, okay, if I get this particular credit card, it's going to give me a $200 bonus or a 10% bonus for spending this amount. And I knew I needed to spend something. I knew I needed to make a purchase or what have you. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna make this purchase. I have the money to pay the card back, but I'm gonna get this $200, bonus that this credit card company is offering me. So it was almost like a discount, and it became almost like a game to me because over the years they got a lot of interest from me. I had to pay a lot of penalties and fees because I had to get all this stuff under control. So it got to the point where I was like, never again. I'm not going to get another credit card unless they're giving me something in return, unless it's, a bonus money or points, dollars towards travel or what have you. I don't want it if you're not going to give me anything for it. So that's why the name of my company is FITE Company, the FITE Company, Financial Intelligence Through Education, because I feel that you need to be educated on things in order to make the right decision. And before I wasn't educated on it, so I didn't make the right decisions. But I learned my lesson. And I always say, you live and you learn. Okay, so I learned that I don't want high interest rate cards. And if I do, it's only for a bonus and I just pay it back immediately. Or if I can't afford to pay it back, I won't get it. And also, that's the name, that's the genesis, that's the reason. The name of my company is FITE. It's a play on the word fight. Plus, it's integrating what I've learned over the years about getting myself educated concerning different topics and using that education to progress further in my life, my career, my family life, everything. So that's the name. Thank you so much for tuning in to listening to the reason why I have the company name, the FITE Company. So stay tuned for more videos like this. Thank you so much. See you later.